In this video, I'm going to talk about Microsoft Viva. Microsoft Viva is a digital experience platform. It is basically an integrated employee experience platform built within Microsoft 365, and Microsoft Teams complements the application functionality. Microsoft Viva internally makes use of Microsoft Graph to establish connection between various nodes like people, meeting, documents, files. Microsoft Viva brings together communications, knowledge, learning resources, purpose, growth, and insights into an employee experience application. Now, if you carefully look into the words, it talks about communications, knowledge, learning, resources, purpose, growth, and insights into an employee experience application. Now, if you segregate all these words in a separate bucket, I would say you will come up with different Viva apps, which I'm going to cover in the next slide. But it's a combination of multiple apps formed under an application called as Microsoft Viva Suite. Microsoft Viva is customizable, extensible, and pretty much accessible. Microsoft Viva supports several partner integration as well, so you can integrate various third-party systems within various Viva applications. What are the different apps within the Viva ecosystem? So when we say Viva Suite encompasses multiple applications. So, the first application is Viva Connections. Second is Viva Insights. Third is Viva Learning. Fourth is Viva Goals. Fifth, Viva Engage. Sixth, Viva Amplify. Seventh, Viva Pulse. Now, there are other applications, or there were other applications like Viva Topics and Answers in Viva. Now, currently, this is not available. However, this application may get direct integration with either one of the Viva application, or it may come as its own set of applications. Now, Viva Suite. Now, as I mentioned to you, now there are various applications called as Viva Connections, Viva Engage, Amplify, Insights, Glint, Pulse, Goals, Learning. Now, let's take a deep dive into each application. Now, Viva Connection is basically, in a nutshell, I would say it provides a company branded destination where employees can explore news, join conversation, and connect with others in the app and devices they use daily. So I'd say it's basically a SharePoint page. Okay, so in a layman's term, I'd say it's basically a SharePoint page which allows you to view the news, uh, converse with your team members, and connect with other apps and devices. Viva Engage. Connect everyone at your organization through employee communities and conversation. So it's a rebranded Yammer. Okay, so earlier we had an application called as Microsoft Yammer, whereby we can create and join employee communities, share and discover knowledge, share unique voices across the organization. So Viva Engage community and conversations basically allow you to communicate with various set of people within your organization, which does not even form directly in your line of hierarchy or in your business unit. So basically you can communicate with anyone within your organization using Viva Engage. Viva Amplify. Now, manage employee facing campaigns from one convenient location with multi channel publishing and analytics. Now, Viva Amplify is basically, I would say, a campaign management system for and say top level executive within your organization to uh, relay communication, which is important. It is mainly used for say example, I'd say for say change in the culture within your organization. So if you want to set across some communication to the various employees or group or cohort within your organization, then Viva Amplify is the choice for you. Viva Insights basically is all about generating insights for uh, improving productivity, and it's basically actionable. It provides actionable recommendation based on the insights it generates. mostly at a personal level. So Viva Insight gives you a personal insights with the Insights app, and also it gives you a lot of important signals based on your behavior uh, or your interaction with day-to-day usage of the application like Microsoft Outlook or Microsoft Teams. Okay, then, coming back to Viva Glint. Now, Viva Glint is mainly about understanding the pulse, I would say, understanding the voice of the employee and improve the workforce management. Now, Viva Glint is at an organization level. Okay, so if you want to understand what's happening within your organization, how is the organization faring in terms of experience, in terms of work satisfaction, work life balance, so those sort of things can be. Those information can be gathered using the Viva Glint application. Now, Viva Glint is basically Glint is a company which was acquired by LinkedIn, and LinkedIn tried to extract some information from the Glint application and try to create this particular product. Now, basically, Viva Glint allows you to analyze engagement data with interactive dashboards. It has a pre-built survey templates. Viva Pulse is basically again on a similar line to Viva Glint, but this is only specific to a small set of team. So, take for example, if you work in a team and you have a manager to whom you are reporting, so manager gets a sense of how the team is faring, how the team is behaving in terms of the current situation. So, if a manager wants to understand the pulse of the team, then Viva Pulse is the right application to get those team feedback. It has a set of customizable service. You can even draft your own questions or choose from a library of questions backed by science. Viva Goals is all about aligning your team to the organization's strategic priority with a goal setting and management solution. So it's all about setting goals within your organization. So every organization has a vision, has a mission, has a purpose. Now, all this vision, mission, purpose is currently tied to some specific goal. So if you achieve the goal, then quite possibly your mission might succeed, or you will be able to realize your vision for the organization. So it brings a lot of clarity and alignment at an organization level. Viva Learning, again, it's about empowering employees, it's about learning, it's about uh, contributing to the organization in terms of improving your skill set. So, Viva Learning gets a full access to Microsoft Learn and Microsoft 365 training libraries. It can access some of the LinkedIn Learning courses. And if you have a subscription of LinkedIn Learning for your organization, then you can even connect to that as well. So, basically, all the apps these you see over here forms under part of Viva Suite. Now, all this application can be configured using either a standalone app, or it can be integrated as a part of the Teams. So I'll cover through some of the things, but before that, I would like to talk more about Viva app based on experience. Now, if you want to have a connection based experience, then Viva Connections and Engage is your choice. Now, as I mentioned to you, Viva Engage is Yammer. Viva Connection is basically a SharePoint page with tools, news, resources through a customizable app. If you want to generate insights, then Viva Insights, Viva Pulse, and Viva Glint. Now, Viva Glint is basically voice of the employees. It's an organization wide. Viva Pulse is basically empowering leaders and managers to understand the feedback of your team. Viva Insights give you a daily employee productivity and well-being through a data-driven insight and recommendation. From a growth perspective, you have Viva Learning. Now, Viva Learning brings enterprise learning into the flow. It helps your organization to grow by learn method. Purpose is the if the purpose is the experience which you are looking into, then Viva Goal is the application which aligns teams and employee with your organization's strategic goals. So again, in this slide, if you see connection, Viva Engage, Viva Amplify, okay, and then insights as Viva Insight, Viva Pulse, purpose, Viva Goals, growth, Viva Topics, Viva Learning. and we have Viva sales across all this application. So you might see some application which currently doesn't exist, but this was like a bit of an old slide. So I thought of showing you both in cross interaction. Now, Viva roles. Now, if you go to Microsoft 365, then you might see some sort of a role assignments like Viva Goals admin, Viva Pulse admin, Insights admin, Insights analyst, Insight business leader. So these all roles form some part of the application role management system. So, example for Viva Goals, you may have to configure Viva Goals administrator. For Viva Pulse, you may need to configure Viva Pulse administrator, and for Insights, you may need to configure Insights analyst or maybe Insights business leaders. Okay. Coming back here, how do you access all the Viva apps? So, if you go to Microsoft 365, you may not be able to access all the Viva apps, but there are some touch points. So, Engage, Learning, Viva can be directly accessed. But for other apps, you need to have a proper licensing in place. And once you have that licensing in place, then you can either access the app using Microsoft 365 or Microsoft Teams app. Now, if you see here, Viva apps accessing through Teams. So Teams has Viva Connections, Viva Engage, Topics, Learning, Viva Goals, and Pulse. So this is all connected through Microsoft Teams app. So if you open this app, then it will open in a Teams interface. Now, again, this list is not comprehensive. So some of the app you cannot access using Teams. But over a period of time, I believe Microsoft is going to add more apps of Viva Suite to access via Teams. Now, the URL list which I just tried to collate, I got listed here in the tabular format. Now, this part I haven't covered, Viva Cloud. Now, Viva Cloud is basically, I would say, a container hosting all the application. Okay. Now, currently, Viva Cloud has four links for different apps like Learning, Engage, Insights. But over a period of time, I believe it will be a standalone application which will act as I'd say, a landing page for accessing all the application. So Viva Cloud is not technically any application, but then it's just a landing page to make use of other applications. Okay. Now, uh, here you can find the corresponding link. Viva Engage is basically web.yammer.com. Insights is insights.viva.office.com. For Pulse, Glint, and Amplify, I was not able to find the trial version, and that's why I haven't provided any links over here. Now, Viva Cloud, as I mentioned to you, this is not a separate application. It is just a landing page. So if you see viva.cloud.microsoft, then here you will find connections, engage, insights, and learning, and you can navigate to this independent application. Okay. So this will be this page will basically give you a summarized information about all the applications within Microsoft Viva. Now this list is not comprehensive, but I'm pretty much sure over a period of time you may find all the Viva apps listed over here. Viva Learning, again, I mentioned to you, Viva Learning is all about uh, growth for your employee within your organization. Here, it's kind of a LinkedIn learning, I'd say, but it's more enhanced. And here you can track your learning. Here you can specify your interest. Here you can browse by providers. Here you can view the Microsoft Learn, Microsoft documentation. And if you have a correct licenses of other providers, then you can add those providers over here like Coursera or EduX, and then those particular courses will be listed over here. Now you can track your learnings. So here you have my learning, whereby you can configure how many contents do you want to see, what kind of content do you want to surface out, and how many have you viewed so far. So you can track your progress over there. Viva Engage, again, it's all about Yammer. So it's kind of, I would say, an internal LinkedIn for your organization. And here you can put a storyline, you can put a activity feed, you can start a discussion, question, answer, you can praise your colleagues, and you can run a poll as well, and many more. Viva Insights. Viva Insights is basically about tracking employees' activity, and this is specifically for an employee only. Okay, so employees' well-being, productivity, teamwork, Those all things can be tracked using Viva Insight. Now, remember, this insight is just for you. Okay, it is all private to you. No one sees your information specifically. And you can track all your productivity based activity and focus on your well-being and use your time efficiently by following the insights provided by Viva Insights. Then we have Viva Connections. Viva Connections is basically again like a SharePoint site. It gives you a surface or basically a canvas to view the signed task, the praise received, the sites you follow, resources, and also a navigational link for other application. Then we have Viva Pulse. This Viva Pulse is basically to understand the pulse of the organization, but from a specific team perspective, so manager can understand the pulse of the team. Okay, so this is like one level below, I would say, from Viva Glint, because Viva Glint is at an organization level. So if you see Viva Amplify is mainly about campaign management. So you can draft a campaign, you can approve a campaign, you can review a campaign, you can write down publications, and you can plan your campaign strategy and set campaign goals. Okay, so this is again at an organization level. So if a top leader or top executive want to communicate some vital information with regards to, say, culture management, then this is the application. Viva Glint, again, getting employee signals, employee feedback across an organization. Viva Goals is all about aligning the organization work activity with your mission vision. Okay, so organization's purpose is aligned with the activity which you do. So organization mission vision gets translated into goals, and then the goals are again translated into projects, and the projects are divided basically into tasks. So that task you basically conduct within your organization. So any task you do within your organization, if it is aligned with the purpose or vision, then the the tracking of all those goals can be done using Viva Goals. Viva site SharePoint. So the Viva Home, which we just saw for the SharePoint site, is basically a SharePoint site in the backend. Okay, so if you go into the SharePoint Admin Center, you can actually navigate and you can view the membership. You can configure the site. You can connect it to a hub. You can set the membership. All those things can be done as what we do with a normal SharePoint site. Viva settings at an organization level. So basically here you in organization setting, you can configure Viva Insights and Viva Learning, and also you can configure the briefing email from Microsoft Viva. So I believe that's it for Microsoft Viva basic introduction. And in my upcoming videos, I'm going to go much more in depth with all the applications which I have access in the demo tenant, and I'll try to give you more insights about all the apps and how to use, how to activate, and how to use within your organization. Thanks for watching.